chopping corn, sprinkling out, hauling manure, doing all the things, getting ready for winter. So we're almost finished with this field. And he's coating it with manure already. And we got this little corner piece, just a little piece that we're opening up and gonna finish here shortly. Sanders is driving the tandem since this is across the road from the farm, and he's just able to drive right across the road. It's not a big deal. It's good practice for his driving since he's taking driver's ed here shortly. Anyway, we're just running this afternoon for a little bit. Sydney's pushing up silage and Kevin's running the chopper. I'm driving the Volvo with the dump wagon, and yeah, we're getting this done. Hello everyone, welcome to Acres of Clay. Today we are chopping corn. It is that time of the year again. It's kind of hard to believe that the whole growing season has come and happened, and now it's time to harvest. But it's here, and today it kind of feels like fall. The last few days we've had some below average temperatures and some kind of drizzly, nasty days. But today it's just cloudy, overcast. I think it's in the 50s and it's kind of chilly. But we're going to do some corn. We're not going to do a whole lot. We're going to work at chopping some wet corn. And then on top of the wet corn, we're going to put some dry corn. So that's what we're doing this afternoon. We started chopping corn last week. I forget if it was last week or earlier this week. There's a lot of wet fields that we have yet. The moisture in the corn hasn't dried down too much, or not to our liking. So there's a lot of fields that still need another 2 weeks maybe before everything can just get harvested. But we are slowly working at it. Today Sydney's gone to his other job and Mackenzie's at work. Ethan is mowing hay, so he can't help. So we're just gonna dump a bunch of loads at the pile, and then Kevin will push it all up when we're finished. So we've done that before, and we'll do it again, and it works fine. I know a lot of people have different ideas about how we pack and push up our feed, but we've been doing this for 25 years, and it works good for us, and I don't think we're going to change, at least not this year. So, yeah, what we've been doing is what we'll continue to do. So, anyway, I've got to get to the field. Kevin is already on his way, so let's get chopping corn. I got a buddy helping me today. Yeah. Dakota loves to ride in the truck. And yesterday, when Sanders was driving across the road, oh my, she was riding with him. So today she wanted to ride with me. I don't know how she knew, but I started my truck and there she sat while I was looking at the tires and checking everything out. She sat thinking she wanted to ride. So today we are working on a field that's down this lane. It's some greener corn. The corn that we did last was some drier corn. So we're going to kind of alternate. Oh, there's an airplane. Can you see it? We're alternating green and drier, just so that we can get this piece off back here so we can get a cover crop planted. This is probably our heaviest, wettest soil, so we do want to get it off as soon as possible before, the fall rains come. And we've already opened this field up, so it should be okay. And hopefully we don't get stuck back here, because it was kind of rainy the last couple days, but we didn't get maybe a ½ inch, so it hasn't been bad. Oh, and I don't have the dog window open because it doesn't open. Yeah, the motor in that one or something don't work. Well, we haven't made it very far. I'm stuck. Yep, this field.
Already stuck.
That's Sanders. This field is definitely wet, and here I am. Kevin's gonna try to get in front of me, I think. Yeah, you can see he's tracking it up pretty good himself. So I don't know how this is gonna go. Let's go see how stuck I am. What do you think? Not good. Yeah, I'm thinking this truck's not gonna do well in the mud. And have Sanders come first? Oh, he has to try it. Mudslinging? What?
Too heavy.
The dog's too heavy? Are you ready? You ready? He's gonna tell us where to go. And we're off. How far? I don't know. Oh, that's good. Alright, first stock of the year. We're back at it. We're driving back where it could be pretty muddy, but I'm gonna stay off those trails that were made here the first time through. You just sit and relax. Enjoy the ride. Oh, you're so tired. We've got our radios with us. These were from one of our viewers. So that, them have been super handy. Okay, here's our first load. We're dumping. This is the pile that we've made so far. Dakota, she wanted out. I just don't think my seat's very comfortable and my window don't roll down, so that's no fun. So we're gonna keep adding to this pile and hopefully it will grow today and the rest of the week. Well, we're doing pretty good on this field. I thought for sure that it was going to be wetter than it was. That first trip around, I did get stuck once, but as you can see, we're rolling right along and it's not causing any issues. He's filling me more in the front than he is towards the back because I need more weight in the front just to have that extra leverage. So yeah, So it's working good, and we're gonna keep this up for a little bit, just a little bit longer. We opened this field up a couple videos ago. You guys saw us when we were talking about it, how tall it was. It's had a couple weeks now to dry down. Hopefully it's a little drier than it was. We're actually just gonna do one load out of this field, and then I'm bringing Kevin home. He's gonna ride back with me, and we'll probably work on this tomorrow. Tonight it's already getting late, and we've got other stuff we've got to get done in the process. So yeah, just one load out of here today, and then tomorrow we'll work at it probably a little bit more. Kevin's gonna drive home. Good for my way. We have a pretty wide area here where we can just pile loads of corn. So we have 8 piles. We chopped 8 loads today. So Kevin's gonna come in and he's gonna push it and pack it and add to our already but growing pile of corn silage. Here's the earlage. I didn't get video of it, but we covered that a while ago. I think the day that we finished. So that's doing its job and it's fermenting. I had a lot of misunderstanding or misconceptions of what earlage is. So I'm gonna address that, but let me go in the barn here a second. Try to get out of the wind a little bit because there's a little bit of a cool wind. Anyways, we have a bunch of hay bales in here. And this is our commodity barn. Out of the wind a little bit, but let me explain to you the difference between earlage and corn silage. We do both. We harvest both because there was a lot of misunderstanding in some of the comments of my earlage video that I did. Some people misunderstood and wondered why we did earlage and not corn silage. We do both. So earlage takes place of high moisture corn or ground corn. You can see behind us we have ground corn, and we feed that to the cows because we are out of earlage. So when we have earlage, it is the corn that we have harvested, and instead of combining the corn and drying the corn, we are harvesting it as earlage, and which is the ear, the whole ear with the cob. When you combine it, you're taking it off the cob. And then since it's high moisture yet, which means there's quite a bit of moisture in the earlage, we pack it and cover it for it to ferment, and it's very easily digestible then, and the cows can utilize all the nutrition and produce high quality milk with it. and it's all good. It's all good. It's good for their gut and everything. But we do also do corn silage. So earlage does not take place of the corn silage. It just benefits it, you know. It adds more corn, which is more energy, which is what the cows need when they're producing milk. Hope that makes a little bit more sense. So yes, earlage and corn silage, we harvest both. So as you can see, we have completely finished chopping the field across of the road. And as you saw the footage, Ethan was hauling manure up on the hill part. That's what needed it the worst. So he put that there and was able to empty the pit a little bit. So that was good. The last couple days, Sanders has been working at disking it all in and working those corn stalks back into the soil. He also worked that manure in, so it's not just sitting there on the top, but it works it in, and it can continue to break down throughout the winter months. I had a lot of you ask about when we did earlage, what are we going to do with all the product that was left over? And basically, we are going to do the exact same thing as we're doing here. We're just going to plow it under and use it as organic matter for next year's soil to build it up, and it has lots of nutrients for the soil as it breaks down through the winter months. So that's what we're going to do. Some years we have harvested that for heifer feed or even for bedding, but the only thing is when you come in and you rake that up, you can't really rake it because there are stones and they're visible usually because some of these fields weren't packed like when you have a hay field. But so when we go to merge it or, you know, make windrows of the product, it tends to pick up a lot of dirt. And so that dirt goes through the chopper. It really does a number on the knives. And so this year we've decided we don't need that extra feed or that extra bedding. So we are going to just plow it just like this, and it'll serve its purpose. So we're disking this in right away because we are going to be planting cover crops into this field and in most of our fields. So once we get it harvested, we're going to be disking them right up and all of our cover crops that we have going in this year.